Hi and welcome to Whirlwind Wargaming. This week we're going to look at Spearhead magazine issue number 4. This one contains 2 paints and a brush. So let's take a look. Please like and subscribe as I continue to do these little videos as my magazines turn up. I'm on a subscription, so it's every few weeks I get mine. Let's have a look at issue 4 then. So as we can see from the cover, Spearhead issue 4, we can see there's 2 pots of paint and we can see there's a brush in the bottom there. So let's open it up. We've got 2 Citadel colour paints. These have recently been rebranded. They're going to be called Warhammer paints. So issue 4 has cost $9.99. We've got Abaddon Black. Still got the Citadel colour branding on the front there. And we have got Retributor Armour. And again, that's got the Citadel colour branding. Then we have got a Citadel starter brush. I don't think you can buy these individually. They're very similar to the small layer brushes. They come in like the starter paint sets that you can get for Warhammer 40k and for Age of Sigmar. They're okay little brushes, nice point on that one. Again, with all brushes, it's all about brush care. So let's have a quick look inside then. So $9.99 for the issue. If you were to buy these individually, and I'm assuming the price of a layer brush, it's going to cost you about $13.20. Or a little bit under £12 from third-party stores before you postage your packaging. So yeah, the value of the magazine is okay. It's a little bit better than what it would cost you to buy it, as long as you need those paints, that is. And you will need them for painting these models. So looking into it then, we've got the battle record then. We're going back over each one of the models then. So the Lord Veritant then, the War Scroll for that Lord Veritant. Then we've got the War Scrolls for the Liberators. Again, you would have built them either with the hammers and shields or with dual hammers, but it's the same action you can see on the War Scroll here. The only issue is the 2-hammered one. Then your Grey Seer, which is one of your Skaven units. Then your Warlock Engineer. And finally, we've got the Rat Ogres as well then with the War Scroll as well. So all the models we received so far, you've got a War Scroll for each one of them. Then, because we received paints, obviously we're going to move on to painting. This is describing the technique called layering, which is applying a solid coat of one colour of paint to the model. All the paint guides have got this yellow edge to it then, or the mustardy coloured edge to it. It's advising either a large base brush or the starter brush then for painting these models to get your base coats on. Moving on then, so with how to paint the Stormcast and the Skaven, it's wanting you to do that Abaddon Black sort of undercoat layer really then. It's advising 2 to 3 layers here. It says you can dip straight from the pot. I'd probably recommend thinning it a little bit first of all, and then putting it on. And then you should end up with all your models with the base colour on. Then it goes on to fighting in turns, where you have 2 units of the Stormcast against 2 units of the Skaven, and they're going to fight against one another then in separate circles on the map. So it's this going through the order of combat where one unit, if the leading unit gets to leading side gets to pick one unit to fight, then the opposing unit gets 1 unit to fight, and vice versa until you've gone through all your units. So this is doing Desperate Flight, where you have your Liberators and your Lord Veritant against, I think it's a Seer and the Rat Ogres, and it runs through then explaining the Skaven and the Stormcast's turn there, using those as well. As I say, I'm probably going to do a video on some of these because I'm new to Age of Sigmar, so I'm probably going to do a video of this how to play then. On the final page then, another picture of what we're going to get in the future, plus issue 5. Now issue 5 has got a unique model coming with it, so keep your eyes peeled for this one in your local stores. You can't buy this on the GW website. It can only come through this magazine, and it's a new model. So yeah, great. Like and subscribe then, guys. I'll continue to do these videos. I've got my next 2 copies, so I'll try to get them out later today if I can. Cheers then. Thanks for your support.